Hi students, sorry I couldn't be there today. I just wanted to take you through what you'll be doing in class. So please make sure you follow the directions, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. So if you're looking at our main biology site, of course, I'd like you to start at the class calendar and scroll all the way down to today's date, the 22nd of February. So you have quite a few things to do. The unit review is being passed out by the sub. And what these are sample questions that you'll find on the test. And I think they're a really good way to sort of connect both mitosis and meiosis together, look at the similarities and look at the differences. And essentially what you're doing, you're going to have these pictures and graphic organizers to sort of work with and put everything together. So you'll want to, or what I'm going to be checking on Tuesday, are answers to these. In fact, I'm going to post the answers to the questions in this packet on Canvas on today's date on Monday. All right, so check back if you really want to check to see if you've completed things correctly, then just check back for the answers on our calendar. Um, but here are the essentials of the packet, and you're just again, kind of filling out what you think are the answer choices. And I think, by doing this, it's a really good review. Um, and of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be here on Monday morning, first thing for a study session. If you'd like to come and ask me any questions or go over anything, I'll also be available at lunch on Monday. So please do that. That's one of the things that you'll be completing today. The second thing is a karyotype activity. So we took notes on karyotypes, and when you open up this document, you see here that karyotypes are just a picture of someone's chromosomes, and what we see right here is just it's a picture of human chromosomes. So if you're looking at this, you see that chromosomes really occur in pairs, and you can look at the background information as to how um, cytogeneticists actually extract the DNA and put the chromosomes together. But you can see that chromosomes occur in pairs. They're called homologous pairs because you have the same genes located in the same spot with these pairs. And the reason why they're in pairs are because you have two parents. So each parent donates a chromosome um, during reproduction. All right, so as an individual goes through meiosis and makes the gametes, all right, half of these chromosomes, or 23 chromosomes, will come from the sperm, and then half will come from the egg, and you put them together and you get a diploid individual. But you see this picture of someone's chromosomes, and what you see are the pairs that exist all the way up to pair number 23. Right here you have pair 23 determines whether you're a male or female. So you see this short little chromosome, that's the Y, and the X's are long. That's going to play a role when you start diagnosing people in this activity. But again, this is just um, a normal karyotype that shows a male because it's XY with the correct number of chromosomes. And what doctors can tell, they can really look at this and diagnose an individual with any chromosomal abnormalities. So the directions are go to this link, and you're going to come up to this link right here. And there are some instructions. And these instructions right here, your assignment, are really copied and pasted right on the document. But what you're essentially going to be looking at, you're looking at patient A, B, and C. And with each patient, you'll be filling in the chromosomes and then diagnosing them. So if I click on patient A, I first need to figure out where this chromosome goes. And I have multiple options here. It's either 2, 5, 12, or 16. I'm just gonna guess and say that, maybe it is this one right here, number 2. And it'll tell me if it's not, then it'll kind of kick me out and send me back. So this next one, I might say 16. There we go. And I'll keep on doing this until the end. It'll shoot me to another page where it gives me some questions. And on this document right here, on the back, you're going to be not writing the question out, but you're going to be answering the question. So with each patient, there's two. It's really, what's going on with the karyotype for A1, or the first question. And the second one is based on these uh, genetic disorders, which one does this individual have? And then the last part, you're going to do some internet research, following the directions on the website. Going back to the introduction piece, you're going to be following the directions here, finding websites that cover, some aspects of human genetics, and um, writing about that. Okay, so that is due next class. If we're looking at our calendar, you're going to turn that in at the beginning of next class, which is right before the test. Okay, so whether you do this unit review, these ones, or the karyotype first, it doesn't matter. What I would like you to do is at your tables, it has to be at your tables, play Jeopardy. I created a Jeopardy game that looks like this. Now at your tables, you can decide whether it's going to be 2 versus 2, and that way you'd have 2 teams, and you'd hit start, or if you want to have 4 teams and everyone play individually, or 3 teams, depending on, whatever, you'll play. So what I want you all to do on a sheet of paper, and you'll do this individually, is that you're going to keep track of the questions that you answered. So for instance, if it's my turn, I'm going to click meiosis 100, and I would write on my sheet, I answered the question meiosis for 100, and then I'd keep track of my points. Okay, and of course you would have to say it out loud to get the answer. All right, but you're going to go ahead and play this game, play this twice, keep track of your score twice, and then you're going to turn that in for a grade. So these 3 things, the unit review, karyotype, and Jeopardy game, must be played, done in class. I would say do the Jeopardy first, and then do the karyotype and the unit review later. And if you don't finish that, you can do that at home. So do that, in class. And then the last thing, if you really want to, I actually posted some practice questions. You can, go ahead and, oops, it's kind of thinking here. So you got 36 practice questions that you can do. I don't need you to really keep track of those. That's just for your own review at home. So that is class for today. It's just a review and wrap up of the unit, and something you need to work on at home. Number 1, all late work, including the quarter 2 reflection, is due on Tuesday. After Tuesday, that's it. It's a permanent 0. So please make sure you get all of your work complete and ready to show me on Tuesday. I don't want you to turn anything in today, just other than the Jeopardy review. I want you to keep it and then show me on Tuesday. So study for your test. I've posted a lot of good review materials on Canvas. If you scroll down here, the quizzes codes, I'll actually extend the quizzes codes up until the 26th, the day of your test. And then I posted all this information, 2 study guides, some vocabulary sheets, and Amoeba Sisters. So please take a look at those and study. Of course, it's going to be really hard to pass this if you don't study. But going back to the calendar, the other thing that I'm going to be checking is a notebook, okay? It's really important that you stay organized, and therefore I'm going to check your notebook again. If you have any late work, I'll just ask that you keep it in your notebook, and I'll check it with your notebook when you turn it in at class. If you want a list, here's the list. It's not a whole lot there. You should be getting papers back today, so please take those with you. Do not leave them in class, and then organize your notebook accordingly. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or stop in on Monday, okay? If you are out today, being out is not an excuse to not be prepared for the test on Tuesday. If you are present on Tuesday, you are taking the test. If you are out, it is your responsibility to check Canvas and to come see me and email me with questions. But the test is Tuesday. You've known it's been on the calendar, so there is no excuse.